अल्लाह अल्लाह कैसा प्यारा नाम है, आशिकों का मीना और जाम है.
Likewise, when the heart gets rusted, kalla bal rana ala qulubihim, it number one gets totally weak, spiritually totally weak. No strength to do anything. No strength to go to the masjid. No strength to recite some tasbih. No strength to move the tongue in any recitation of good. No strength for any righteousness. Because the spiritual heart has weakened as a result of sin upon sin. And it becomes unsightly. Unsightly, spiritually unsightly. An unsightly heart can only now, something's ugly, so ugly actions, ugly akhlaq, only conducts oneself in a way that causes taklif, causes some pain to somebody or the other. And that rusted iron doesn't know better. That rusted heart can't seem to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Always feels I'm fine, everybody else is wrong. So this, فَأَنْسَاهُمْ أَنفُسَهُمْ, Allah Ta'ala makes them forget themselves. They don't know who they are. The person forgets, I'm a husband. Now he's sitting in front of his wife now and watching that filth also. It was bad enough doing it alone, but now he even forgot that. He forgot he's a father. What example he's setting to his children? The kind of vulgarity he's speaking, and they picking it up, and they repeating it also. He forgot. Doesn't matter to him. He just carries on blurting what he wants. He forgot he's a ummati of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ansahum anfusahum ulaika humul fasiqun. Allah Ta'ala says these are the people who have gone out of the obedience of Allah Ta'ala. So this Mubarak month has already come, the month of Rajab. This is the time of preparation for the Mubarak month of Ramadan. This preparation requires now we start looking at ourselves, making sincere tawbah, getting involved in amal. If we start comparing what is screen time and what's Quran time, daily a person should make some hisab kitab. We're always making hisab kitab in our businesses, here, there, everywhere. How much came, how much went. So what's the comparison? Screen time and Quran time. You'll find sometimes some people say, no, my screen time, 3.5 hours, 4.5 hours. Quran time, half hour? No. 20 minutes? No, no. 15 minutes? No, not even 15 minutes. 5 minutes? Says no, 0. Screen time 5 hours, 4.5 hours, 3 hours. And I just mentioned this in passing somewhere. He says, no, there's nothing, 5 hours nothing. Sometimes 10 hours also. So screen time is 10 hours, but Quran time 0. Quran time maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. We feel, mashallah, we've done wonders, 20 minutes. What about the 5 hours went away in screen time? And screen time of what? Sometimes the least is futility. Completely futile. And more often than not haram. Allah Ta'ala save us. Now the time is now, not in Ramadan, now. Then that Ramadan will be fruitful. If it starts off today, now, that we have to now cut the screen time out. And come back to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Come to Amal. And we should, for our own benefit, keep track of that screen time. And see where we're heading. If a person has now started, if his screen time is 3 hours a day, 3.5 hours a day, over 10 days, it's 30 hours. So in every 10 days, he's like lost 1.5 days to screen time. Can we imagine? In every 10 days, like 1.5 days almost, he's lost to screen time. More than 10% of his life has gone into his screen. And then 25% of his life is sleeping, or maybe 30%. And then the other, so what's left of what he is now, how much for Allah Ta'ala? So these are addictions that then take hold of a person and just goes on and on into it. And then one thing leads to another, Allah forbid, then where it finishes off. So this is the time now to reflect, to come back to Allah Ta'ala, to make out our program of amal, gradually building it up and cutting out all this futility. Automatically ample time will come. Abundant time will be available for tilawat of the Quran Sharif, for some time for dua, for nawafil, for zikr, for tasbihat. All this will be ample time. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala give us the tawfiq.
अल्लाह अल्लाह कैसा प्यारा नाम है, आशिकों का मीना और जाम है।